You know, it seems in every incoming class or a new Congress, among the players, someone rises to sort of catch the media's attention, to catch her fellow party's attention. Kristi Noem comes to mind for that. The Republican of South Dakota has risen very quickly and been received very warmly by the House leadership. I don't know, Congresswoman, whether you were a Tea Party candidate per se, but you stood your ground on some criticism from Tea Partiers who feel that you forgot the guy who brung you to the dance, essentially.
Oh,
what do you say to that?
Yeah. Well, I certainly haven't forgotten that. I think that in South Dakota, people tried really hard on a national level to define me. And I wanted them to know that I was just a normal, everyday person that they could relate to, that was a clear picture of the common person that was dealing with all the policies and problems that this administration was giving us.
But what they were saying is, we thought we elected in Kristi aggressive cost cutter. She was going to rip that budget to smithereens, and they're looking at what you guys have come up with thus far. And you're right, it's early during the break your time, it's very early. They're not happy.
Oh, well, they will be. They will be. And certainly the health care bill and the repeal that the House passed last week was a big portion of addressing exactly what we campaigned on. So we followed through on every single thing that we pledged and everything that we campaigned on. And they're going to see that. They'll get the evidence. Every single week we're going to have a cutting bill. We started with some that maybe people would call that chump change, but my goodness, $35 million the very first week. You know, it's a lot of money to me, and it's a lot of money to the people at home.
We are piling $4 billion a day to our debt, the finance charge on our debt. You would have to cut more than $4 billion a day to keep pace. How are you going to do that?
Well, we've got a continuing resolution that's coming, and so we're going to have a lot of eyes on that, because that'll be a clear picture and a good opportunity for this House to show you what we've put together and how serious we are about cutting spending. That continuing resolution will show it to the American people.
All right, but you're saying as far as the immediate impact now, because we're 5 months or so into this budget, that you can only do so much, right?
Well, we make informed decisions. We don't rush in here and start cutting programs willy-nilly. We make sure we do our research, that we're cutting things that's wise.
So what's the 22% thing about? That on February 14th, Valentine's Day, you guys are going to be looking at cutting, I guess they're calling it non-security, yet discretionary spending that doesn't include some of the big entitlement programs. It works out to about $484 billion. So even if you address that and cut 22% from that, it is still chump change, right?
You know, I think what people forget is that this is a legislative process. Every single member of the House has the opportunity to bring amendments to bills, amendments that we'll be able to propose that will be cutting spending. We're all going to do that, and we've been asking our leadership that. They are anticipating that we all are going to come up for ideas and bring them forward, and we're going to vote on them.
So I'm not trying to incite a fight.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
But I'm wondering if there is a tension convention within the Republican Party between the establishment players and those Tea Parties who came in, who now, in fact, are establishment, and that the Tea Parties are sort of like the folks busting through the china shop, breaking glasses and not caring about protocol and form, and the establishment guys like John Boehner, the Speaker, said, well, we'll get there, but there's a way, there's a procedure. Where are you?
Well, what I've been telling people back home is I didn't come here to get defined by one vote. I came here to change the way that Washington, D.C. does business. And that's what we're doing. And we need to be smart about how we do it. And we need to make sure that we can defend it. And that's exactly how we're approaching this process.
So do you think the Tea Parties who criticize you guys in the aggregate, saying that you're not doing it, are you telling them to take a chill pill? Or?
I'm telling them that that's okay. We're big people. We're adults. We can handle a little criticism. But they'll see. I mean, they'll see as we are able to prove it with every single vote that they sent the right people here. They sent the people here who can make the tough decisions.
What do you think of Michelle Bachmann, representing the Tea Party caucus, I guess, is going to make a response to the president's address shortly after Paul Ryan's? The read I had from it, Congresswoman, is that we've become Italy. Everyone gets a shot at being this coalition government and yapping about it.
Well, I think it's great that she's going to give a response. I mean, every one of us has the opportunity to do that. You don't think it muddies the water of the message? No, I think that we have more conversations like that. It'll be good. So I think that she's going to make sure that we're holding our president's feet to the fire. That he doesn't just stand up and give a really nice tug-at-your-heartstrings speech. That we're going to make sure in the future he doesn't tug at our wallets anymore.
What do you expect out of him?
I expect him to give a very good speech. He's a very good speaker. It'll be emotional. It'll be heartfelt. A presentation is a lot. I guess we look for action. That's what we're going to
Who are you sitting next to, by the
You know,
way?
I'm not sure. I hear it's chaotic down there, but we've had a lot of conversations. We're going to find a spot and make sure we get a seat.
Because no offense, I find the whole idea goofy.
We have spent a lot of time talking about that.
Yes.
A lot of time talking about that. When really I'm more interested in what we're going to do.
All right, Congresswoman, thank you very much.
Yep,
very
thank you.
good seeing
Thank
you.
you.
We are going to be covering the speech tonight. We will be watching it throughout. And on Fox Business, just about an hour from now, we got Ron Paul, we got Ben Quayle, we got Henry Cuellar, we got so many others. Then the speech